President Trump promised to only go after violent criminals as part of the largest deportation program in American history. Yet, sure enough, the first Sunday of the administration, less than a week into office, NBC reported that nearly half of the 1,200 arrests made as part of immigration enforcement actions were people with no criminal record. Now, look, we all agree that we should target all violent criminals. I hope I speak for all of us when we say we should target all violent criminals, whether they're immigrants or non-immigrants. Violent criminals are violent criminals. And Senator Scott, others of my Republican colleagues who have showcased some of the victims of crime in your respective states, my heart goes out to you, to the victims, to their families. Absolutely. But here's an inconvenient truth for many. And that's the fact that immigrants, both documented and undocumented, are also critical to the success of our economy, because the percentage of immigrants, documented and undocumented, who are violent criminals is a very, very small percentage. A big percentage are, for example, undocumented workers who make up nearly 14% of construction workers. There's no doubt we'll hear a lot of talking points and misinformation by Republicans trying to distract the American people from what's really happening. So to folks watching at home, I have this to say. Follow the money, because it's going to start with cutting hundreds of billions of dollars in benefits that you've paid into. And it's going to end with billionaires getting yet another tax break.
I don't know how many foreign nationals came into our country illegally under President Biden. 8 million, 10 million, 12 million. I do know that it was a lot. And using the most conservative efforts, we probably added about 4 Nebraskas to the United States. We don't have the slightest idea who they are. We know some of them are children. We don't have the slightest idea where they are. I believe it was intentional. I don't know why President Biden and his team decided to do it, but only one of two circumstances are possible. Either it was intentional, or the people in charge you wouldn't hire to manage a Costco food court. And I don't think it was the latter. I think an intentional decision was made. I don't hate President Biden. I don't hate anybody. I hope he finds peace in retirement. But the fact is, we have an extra 12 million people who are in our country illegally. Most Americans don't support illegal immigration. They think illegal immigration is illegal. Duh. It's not because they're racist. They look at the southern border like they look at the front door at their home. Most Americans lock their front door at night. They don't do that because they hate everybody on the outside. They lock their front door at night because they love the people on the inside. And they want to know who's going in and out of their home. We've got to fix the problem of illegal immigration, and we have to have money to do it. We cannot sustain our spending. I understand a lot of it is for a good cause, but if we're honest with ourselves, nobody around this place ever stands up and says, I've got a bad idea and I need money for it. It's always a good cause. But this kind of spending is going to destroy America. It won't be a fiscal cliff. It won't be. One day we won't be fine and the next day falling off. That's not how this works. This kind of spending destroys you like termites. If you get termites, your house doesn't fall on a Tuesday, your house doesn't fall apart on a Wednesday, but those termites eat away and they eat away and they eat away and you know what I'm saying. I hope we do this right. I'd like to see us do it together. I don't live in La La Land. I know that's unlikely, but I'm going to try to be here as much as I can and listen to my colleagues' ideas. And I think they're smart people, and I would invite them to make their suggestions. I for one, will take them seriously.